Hello.
Hello.
We're going to be talking about which book characters you don't want to bring home for Christmas. I almost said Thanksgiving. Which ones you want to bring home for Christmas. Or the holidays, whatever holiday you celebrate.
Yeah, so essentially we're just going to be brainstorming different fictional characters and deciding whether or not we would or would not bring them to our family dinner party.
Let's start with some of our favorites, I guess. I mean, the immediate character that comes.
I wonder if you're thinking of the same one as me right now.
I don't think we
Maybe
are,
not.
but because like the first character that comes to mind that I would not bring home for Christmas is the Darkling from the Shadow and Bone trilogy.
Oh gosh.
Because no, like he would be charming,
No.
but then I'd be like, oh no, you're gonna murder my family now. That's not
Absolutely
Christmassy. He would darken out all the Christmas lights and it would be really sad.
Would he even, like, what conversation would he even have with people? Like,
I don't even know.
I don't even know what normal conversation from the Darkling would look like.
It would be, like, I know it would be charming, but, like, it would also be weird. And I would just be like...
It would be so weird.
Okay.
So the Darkling... No.
Who were you thinking of?
I was thinking of Cardan.
I figured you were thinking of Cardan. Would you bring Cardan home to your family?
That's the only character I'm ever thinking of.
That's fair.
Cardan from The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. I would absolutely bring Cardan.
Okay.
Because I think he definitely knows how to put on a show if he needs to.
That's very true.
He could be very charming. I think that my family would be very amused and confused by his extravagance.
I'm just imagining his like drunken debauchery from the first book, and I was like, oh dear Lord, my family would be like...
If I brought Cardan as my boyfriend, I feel like that would not be surprising at all to my family, because I feel like out of the three of us, I'm definitely the child that would bring home a partner that is just very extra.
I brought Cardan home as my boyfriend, my family would be like, yeah, that seems like something she would do. She would find like the weirdest person out there and bring them home. That seems right.
I think he'd make really dark and inappropriate jokes the whole time.
Yes, he would.
And
yes, he would.
I feel like he'd make no effort to like impress my parents at all.
Mm-hmm.
But he would just be like,
he would just be himself.
this is me. And
like,
I am here.
Yeah. But say like, what would you bring like Feyre home?
Feyre from A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas.
I would bring Feyre home as my friend. I think that she would be a lovely table guest.
This is so weird for me to imagine because I've never actually brought any of my friends to Christmas dinners. So I'm just trying to like imagine.
Hey, you threw this part into the game.
Yeah, I think Feyre would be good.
Yeah, I think any of the Archerons would be pretty chill. Nesta, maybe not, but like I'd still bring her if she wanted to come.
I think my family would be like, so what's up with that girl?
Yeah.
Is she okay?
Mine too. My mom would be like, do you want any more of this or this? Are you all right? Can I get you anything?
And Nessa would just be like, no.
No. What about Hawk?
Hawk
from Blood and Ash.
Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Armentrout.
I think if I brought him home as my boyfriend for Christmas, I would have just like won life because I brought him home for Christmas. And I've officially like mastered life.
I think my dad and my brothers would immediately be like, who is that? This handsome, beautiful, godly buff man that Sophia's with, dating, obviously, because I'd obviously be dating him.
My brother and my brother-in-law would be like sitting there with like their chin in their hands and they're just like, so what are your intentions with my sister? And I would just be like...
That's exactly what my brother would do.
I would literally just be like, dude, just chill. It's cool. He's prettier than all of you, I understand. He's prettier than I am. It's fine.
Just focus on how pretty he is.
Let's
I mean, seriously,
focus on how
just be
pretty
happy
he is.
for me. Look at him.
Right? I'd be like, just be happy that I
look
brought
at him.
home this. So what about if you were to bring home like
Dumbledore.
Oh God, Dumbledore.
Might be like wise.
My wise old Professor Dumbledore coming home for Christmas. I'd be like, well, you see, he had no other family to go with for Christmas dinner. Not my boyfriend, to be clear.
It's not my boyfriend. This is my Dumbledore.
This is my Dumbledore.
This is my Dumbledore.
I was gonna say, if you brought home like the trio of Bat Boys from A Court of Thorns and Roses, like if you brought home Reese, Cassian, and Azriel in different capacities, like say that, because I know how you
individually,
feel.
right?
No, to get like as a group.
So like these are my boyfriends.
Or
I could see myself taking like all three of them home as like my friends, but like I haven't decided yet which one is my boyfriend, so I need my family's opinion. Yeah, it's like mini bachelorette happening.
Mini bachelorette at Christmas dinner.
Can you imagine the Bat Boys fighting for you over Christmas?
Oh, that sounds really hot.
Well, I'm Cassian all the way, but in terms of who my family would like, I think they'd like Azriel the least. Just because he's more reserved and quiet. And I think that my family would like someone who's a bit more like boisterous.
Yeah. I think they would either like Reese or Cassian most. I think they would probably like Reese more just because he's a little more like polite.
Right.
Hunger Games. Yeah.
Hunger Games.
I think there are a couple people from the Hunger Games I would bring home. I would bring Finnick home as my boyfriend in a heartbeat because...
Oh my god, because he's adorable.
He's adorable.
Peeta and Gale would go by well because they're harmless.
Yeah, they probably would. I think Peeta, like, I was never a huge Peeta fan, so I don't really want Peeta to be my boyfriend.
I was Team Peeta.
I was Team Gale. I don't know if I would bring Katniss home.
No, I don't think I would.
I
don't feel like she would have conversation. She would just
people.
like stab the turkey and with a dagger.
And I would just be like, oh, this was not how I was expecting this. We have our own knives here. We didn't talk about any of the Throne of Glass characters.
Throne of Glass? Oh my goodness.
Dorian would immediately be brought home as my boyfriend, and I would just be like, this is my future husband, and you will accept him for who he is.
It would be fine.
Be like, this is the prince.
Like, I know that we're biased because we love him and we want to marry him, but what's wrong with him? Like, what could go wrong?
Frankly, I think that, like, any of the Throne of Glass boys I could bring home as my boyfriend and things would probably go well. Like, I could bring Kale home. I could bring Rowan home. Rowan might be a little intense for my family.
I would not bring Rowan
But I think I could still bring him home and it would be okay if I loved him enough.
Do you read Twilight? Yes, let's talk about Twilight. Let's talk about Twilight characters.
Oh god. I don't know that I would bring
none
any
of them
home. I don't think I would bring a single one of them home.
No, maybe Jacob.
Maybe Jacob. Jacob could be cool, but he also has like a temper, and I would be worried about his temper mixing with someone else's temper. Oh, Addie LaRue.
Addie LaRue.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like it would be complicated to bring Addie home.
Addie LaRue by V.E. Shore.
Yeah, it would be complicated to bring Addie home because every time...
For obvious reasons.
Every time she left the room, my whole family would forget her. It would be really sad.
Yeah, if you haven't read Addie LaRue, basically Addie characters forget who Addie is every time she leaves.
Yeah.
So
that wouldn't
work great. That would be very confusing.
It wouldn't work at all. I would love to bring her as a person, but I think that it would just be too confusing for everybody. Henry I would bring home.
Henry I would bring
He's a sweetie.
I would probably not bring Luke.
My heart would want to bring him, but I wouldn't bring him.
Yeah. I feel like he would make himself appear anyway, regardless of whether or not I brought him.
I think you're right. He'd just show
up. He would just appear.
We talked about a lot of people, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We read through a lot of people. If you guys have other characters in mind that you were thinking of, feel free to let us know in the comments.
Or tell us who you would or wouldn't bring home for Christmas or your holiday, whichever it may be.
Thanks for watching.
Bye!